Welcome back to the Green Beans Go channel. It's your host, me, your gaseous host, me. Here's the deal, guys. I just had some chili that my wife made on Sunday. It's Wednesday. I don't know the shelf life of chili, but I'm thinking 2 days max would have been smart because we're approaching 3 or have hit 3 and I don't feel fantastic. So bear with me on this video. I hope I can survive. Not a good thing to do before Thanksgiving. And speaking of, happy Thanksgiving if you celebrate. I think most people do, although my neighbor has 2 like inflatable Thanksgiving statues out. Like people do inflatable like reindeer and snowmen at Christmas. This person has a Native American and a pilgrim holding a turkey, and I'm like, is that cool? I'm not sure that that's like, I think maybe we should just not do that, but hey, I didn't pop it, so it's still up, and I guess everyone is free to express what they feel and believe in their heart is the best thing to do. So what I feel like I need to express to you guys is I'm not good at picking NFL spreads and totals. I am exactly average, and average does not cut it. So I would not follow any of these, tail any of these, but 300 of you continue to come back and continue to watch, and for that I am thankful. So I appreciate you guys. But I don't want to be responsible for you losing money, and I can't in good faith say I'm very good at this. But what I can say in good faith is this is worth your time. I made this video talking about how NFL kicking has changed and has changed drastically over the last 20 years. And I crunched some numbers, I made some graphs, I gathered some data, and I kind of hate NFL kicking right now. And this video is partly why. So go check that out if you want to after your sweet potato pie or whatever you have as it's digesting before your nap. It's like a perfect like after Thanksgiving pre-nap sort of a video. It might put you right to sleep. Who knows? Like I said, guys, I've been very average. My best categories are the spreads of medium to high confidence. Not far behind is my low confidence totals. Otherwise, we're not great. And it's embarrassing, so we're not going to talk about it. You guys are great. Last week, I crushed my extra most bestest picks, and nobody hit one. This week, I lost my extra most bestest pick, and it seems like everybody hit one. Michael hits Tampa Bay -6. Wazo hits Browns +3.5. Austin hits Broncos -5.5. Justin hits Broncos -4.5, but he'd still take 5.5. They both hit. Buddy Peterson hit Eagles -2. And then there's a bunch of name guesses. We got Jason. We got Connor, Landon, Mason. We got Jeremiah. We got Dale. We got Todd. We got David. We got Justin. We got Brian. We got Jared. We got Wesley. All wrong. But here I am to give you guys a little hint. I put my name next to some of your guesses into a name comparison tool. It's called mynamestats.com, and it lets you compare the popularity of up to 5 names at one time. Any name can be compared with any other. So this is my name right here in the classified bar graph. So you can see that it's about as popular, but still less popular than Landon, significantly less popular than Connor or Todd. Now, I don't know. This second bar is a little bit confusing to me because it would make it seem like my name is actually the second most popular according to this website's data, but the SSA baby names data, it's not very popular. I would trust that this light pink or light red more. I think it's on par with a Landon. Okay, Mason and Todd. I definitely have met more Mason and Todds in my life. Okay, and more Connors. So I will give you another hint next week. Keep your guesses coming. This is actually very entertaining for me. Here's our Thanksgiving games. We got 3 games on Thanksgiving. Yes, that's a turkey. I hope you like it. Bears and Lions. I'll take the Lions -9 in a mildly confident pick just because I can't go against the Lions and what they've done right now. I would take the over 47 just because the Lions I think they could put up 47 themselves against the Bears, even though Bears defense hasn't been horrible, but still. Chilly, guys. New York at Dallas. Oh boy. I would take New York +3.5 now. It's going to be likely a Drew Lock situation. Tommy DeVito appears to be a long shot to play on Thursday. I take the over 37.5. I know the Dallas Cowboys just got it done on the road against a division rival in a tough game. Washington Commanders, playoff team. I get it. So maybe I'm zagging a little bit when people are zigging, or zigging when they're zagging. I think Cowboys -3.5 will be a more popular pick because of the QB uncertainties with the Giants and what we saw last week with Dallas. So I'm going to fade the public here, and I would go with the other side. I'm not touching it, though. Last game, this would be Thursday night, 8 o'clock, Miami and Green Bay. I would take under 47 with low confidence. I'd take the Dolphins +3.5. I think this is going to be the best game as far as competition goes and excitement goes for an NFL fan of, maybe a different team of any of these 6 teams. But again, not very confident or very excited for the Thanksgiving slate this year. Black Friday, there is a game. They started this last year, I believe. We got the Raiders and the Chiefs. We've already seen this year. It was close and low scoring. I'll take it again. Close and low scoring. Under 42.5, a night game after Thanksgiving. In Kansas City. Raiders have their backup / starting QB. Aiden O'Connell is looking like the guy. Minshew's out for the year. So we'll see what happens with Aiden O'Connell. I think he is serviceable. I don't think he is fantastic. I think the Raiders might score 13 points, but I think it'll be enough because the Chiefs may score 24 points, and that still, covers both of these. So, I just think it's going to be kind of an ugly, slow, disgusting game. That's my predictions. These are my picks. Okay, moving on to Sunday. And you see 2 extra most bestest picks right away. Chargers and Falcons. I like the under. Very shocked that is that high. I think both of these teams have shown good defense at times. Now, the Chargers didn't show great defense against Baltimore, but if you think the Atlanta Falcons are anywhere near the caliber that Baltimore's offense is, you don't think that. We don't think that. We know that's not true. So I would take the Falcons and the under here. I just think that the Falcons have more pressure on them to win with Tampa Bay sneaking up behind them, whereas the Chargers may not. Shorter week as well, holiday week, have to travel. I don't know how much that plays into it. These people are humans after all, so, take that with a grain of salt, but I think there could be something there if you want to play the more psychology side. Pittsburgh and Cincinnati, this is a divisional game. We saw Pittsburgh lose on Thursday. We saw Cincinnati not play last week with a bye. We know what Cincinnati is doing offensively. We know they can't do anything defensively, but in a divisional game, I'm going to take the home slight favorite, and I'll take the under 48.5. And if I burp again, I'm just warning you, do not eat chili over 2 days old. That's if you take anything from this video, just pitch it. Put it down the garbage disposal. Don't consume it. Those are my picks. I feel pretty confident about both of those. Seattle and New York, every time I pick against Seattle, they win. As a Seahawks fan, I'm not mad. So listen to me very clearly. Do not bet the Jets, but they're going to win. Okay? I'll say it again. The Jets will win this weekend, but do not bet them, please. Okay? Unless you have been betting against the Seahawks, and that's what's causing them to win. The point is, I want Seattle to win, but I'm scared of this game, truly. I think the Jets off a bye, people say they're bad. I just don't know how they're bad. This is the perfect game for the Jets to win and Seattle to lose the NFC West lead, and I just have seen this movie before, okay? Arizona, Minnesota, shocked here a little bit that Arizona is getting 3.5 on the road. They didn't look superb against Seattle, but I think they will rebound well against the Vikings. The Vikings struggled against the Bears. I would take the over in a low confidence pick. But again, pretty shocked that Arizona's getting 3.5. Colts and Patriots, I take the Patriots as home dogs +3, and I take the under. The Colts looked okay against Detroit. 24-6, I think, is an okay showing against the best team in football. At least it hasn't been that close for a lot of teams lately. Don't eat 3-day-old chili, guys. Wow. So yeah, I just would take those picks. Titans, also shocked here about this line, because you see the Titans beat Houston in pretty electric fashion. You saw Washington lose to Dallas. Like, you have a team beat a team they're not supposed to beat, and you have a team lose to a team they're not supposed to lose to, and then those two teams on opposite ends of the spectrum face each other the next week, and you're giving me the team that overperformed 6.5? is a trap. This might very well be a trap. So if this is a trap, don't bet it. But Titans plus 6.5 has me interested. Under 44 would also be my pick, although it's low confidence. We're going to trust Houston. They don't play well against division opponents, evidently, after last week. Jacksonville should be getting Trevor Lawrence back. I fear I may regret this, but I'll take a minus 3.5. I'll take the over 43.5. I think Houston's passing offense, CJ Stroud could have 300 yards in the first half if he wanted to. We'll see what happens. Rams and Saints, shocked at this total again. 48.5 feels pretty high. I know what the Rams defense looked like against Saquon Barkley. 250 rush yards. I get Alvin Kamara is a talented back. I just don't see it happening again. So we'll take the Saints plus 3 at home, and we'll take the under 48.5. Buccaneers and Panthers, another divisional matchup. And I'll take Tampa minus 5.5. I'll take the over. Definitely a game Tampa has to win if they want to make the playoffs and take the NFC South. Just a lot of lines that I'm confused by this week. Philly and Baltimore. I wish this was flexed to prime time. I understand that both of these teams played in prime time last week, and so maybe they don't want to make them do that again. But I would love to watch it. I'll settle for 4 o'clock this Sunday. Eagles plus 3.5. What am I missing? Is this a casual bet? Is this just like the Ravens have lost to some pretty bad teams? Okay, the Steelers I wouldn't say are bad, but they lost to them. The Raiders and the Browns. The Eagles haven't really had, at least for weeks and weeks and weeks, a poor showing. I think this should be closer to a pick'em. So you're not even giving me 2.5. You're giving me 3.5, key number. So it has me worried. It's an extra most bestest pick. I'll lean into it. Under 41.5, I think, or 51.5, I think that total is too high. I think there's going to be a lot of running, a lot of keep away, a lot of clock management here. So that's why I like the under. I can't give you an honest pick on the Niners-Bills because Kyle Shanahan's not saying a word about the status of his quarterback, Brock Purdy. He is a mystery. I looked it up. Good luck finding anything. My guess is he does not play, but I don't know. I really don't know. These would be my picks, but I would probably just ignore those if I was you. And then Monday night, we have the Browns in Denver and a sneaky one. I would take the Browns plus 5.5, and I'd take the over 41.5. But again, no confidence in those. So make sure you comment your extra most bestest pick of the week down below, like you guys have been. Keep guessing my name if you want to participate in that. Here are my extra most bestest picks. Something about that number of 48.5. 3 games at 48.5, and I like the under on all of them. And then the Eagles plus 3.5, which may be a very public side, and I might be falling for something that I shouldn't be, but nonetheless, there it is. Okay. Tomorrow is typically when I do my touchdown sort of breakdown. It's Thanksgiving. I was going to make the video today, but a guy who helps me do pull the data, the sheet got messed up. I could go through and hand do all of it. I don't want to. I'm going to the in-laws tonight. I know you guys don't care, but if you don't see the touchdown video tomorrow, I will try to have it up by Friday or Saturday without the Thanksgiving games, obviously, but at least get you set for the weekend. But just keep your eye out, okay? Go watch that video about the kickers that I made if you feel so inclined, and we will see you probably Friday.